Hi Flosstube, good morning. It is Helen D. Today is Tuesday, November 15th. Thank you very much for spending some time with me today. It's been my regular 2 weeks, but I have 2 pages of notes today. It's been busy. So thank you for joining me. Welcome back to my subscribers. Welcome to some new subscribers. If you are a subscriber, remember you can always hit that notification bell if you want to see when I have a new video pop up. I had a tutorial in between my last one. I have one more tutorial filmed coming up, and I'm desperately working to finish up some Christmas gifts. So that's what's going on around here. It was a busy couple of weeks. My son had a bunch of stuff going on. I went to a retreat, which I will talk about. Yesterday was salsa day. I posted a picture on my Instagram. We freeze our tomatoes and then make salsa in the fall. Yesterday we made 4 double batches and 1 single batch, and we got 40 pints. And my son said, "Is that enough for the year?" I said, "No." Because my husband eats salsa like toddlers eat ketchup. It goes on everything. So we have, I think he said 4 more bags of tomatoes in the freezer and 1 more in the upstairs. So we've got enough for like 3 more double batches next week. Because it was a long day, but we got it done. So I'm going to talk for a minute about the stitch-in at the farm, which was the retreat that I went to, and I have some things to show and share, and then we will get into the regular stuff. So stitch-in at the farm is at East Hill Farm in Troy, New Hampshire. It's a working farm. Donna and I shared a room when we were in the actual farmhouse. There's a bunch of little outbuildings, cabins, a little like lodge type building, like kind of like a hotel. I guess it has some rooms off it, all kinds of options. It is a difficult retreat to get into because when you're checking out, you get first dibs on reserving your room for the next year. But they have a wait list, and you contact them directly, East Hill Farm, which I'll link, and they run everything. There's no one like in charge. They're in charge. Basically, you're renting your room, and it comes with all the meals, which were outstanding, and then we just take over the space and stitch. Perfect. We did do a smalls exchange, so I have one to show, and then a little video of what I made. It was gorgeous weekend, like 60 degrees. I threw a short sleeve shirt in my bag as an afterthought. And Saturday, I was like, I'm wearing that shirt today. And I almost wore it again on Sunday because it was hot. We had lunch on Saturday outside on the picnic tables in November. Barbie sent Misty and I a picture this morning that they've already had snow. She beat us. We haven't had snow. It's weird. It's been weird. So there were several other Flosstubers there. Lynette of Homesteading on the Homefront actually recorded a video while she was there, an update. Chris and Jane, the Boss Stitchers, also recorded, and Tracy from OG Stitchery and Pam from Stitching in the Land of Good Enough both hopped on hers with her along with one of their other friends, so they were all there. Pam and Steph made the trip up. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. There were about 85 people, 87, that's what I heard. So let's go through some things. I did do the smalls exchange. So my package, the way we do them is if you're taking part, you bring your package down, you put it on the table, you draw a number, and then we just draw numbers. There's no swapping, there's no stealing, you get what you get. So we try and wrap things that give an idea of what's in them. So for example, this was my bag that I picked. It says fall to me, right? So I picked that bag. I did a Thanksgiving piece. I wrapped it up Thanksgiving. Yeah, I put like a turkey on the front. There was a lot of Christmas things, some Halloween things, some farm packages, right? So it's a mix. So this is the small that I picked, and it was made by Teresa, who is also from Maine. I'm trying not to cover it. It's Harvest Wishes and Pumpkin Kisses. This is a Primrose Cottage. She's got this really, really pretty fabric on the back and just some simple bows on the top. And Teresa makes much better bows than I do. So this is this one. I will put it up high because cats, they've been sniffing it since it's been over here on the table. So that was in my package along with some candies, a pair of scissors, a needle minder, a scissor fob, like everything's, you know, it's all matchy-matchy. So thank you very much, Teresa. I was trying to keep all this stuff together. And then I got a couple of gifts while I was there. Stephanie made this scissor case. It's like felt with the scissors in there. And then she put it in this cute little blackbird fabric pouch with some chapsticks that surprisingly no one has stolen yet. And they're Burt's Bees, which is my favorite. So I got that one. Stephanie and Mary Ellen both gave out like floss drops and project tags. Tracy from OG Stitchery made me a scissor fob. I found when I was digging stuff out for the freebie table, like a bunch of white Aida, a bunch. And I know Tracy dyes fabric. And I probably bought it to dye at some point, but I'm like, it's not gonna happen, get it out of here. So I'm like, Tracy, you want all this fabric? So she made me a thank you scissor fob. So that's very pretty. And then Stephanie she makes bags. So I bought a bag. It's a vinyl front, and I bought a queen bag because I thought this would be a good reminder of 2022 with all these little charms. And there was a freebie table. I brought a bunch of stuff down. I picked up one thing and I don't know where it went. I picked up one thing and it's gone. If we come across it, I'll show you. I didn't even get it from the freebie table. I was going downstairs and Tracy said, hey, can you put this stuff on the freebie table? And it was right on top. And I said, yes, I will put everything on there except this. So I snagged it from hers. I had a lot of stuff because a lot of viewers had sent stuff in. And if it was larger and difficult to mail, I kind of set them aside. And then I bring them like to a retreat like this. Like I had there was a couple full kits, dimensions kits. So any of the stuff that's a little bulkier and harder to mail, I put in a bag, and then next time I go to a retreat, I share it that way. So that went down. So that was kind of retreat. I will pause because I took a little video of what I made for the Smalls Exchange before I wrapped it up. So I will pause here and insert that. Hi Flosstube, it's Past Helen here. I wanted to show you in person 4 fully finished things that are all going to the stitch-in at the farm, but I won't show this video until after that has happened. 2 of them are for my swap, and then the other 2, someone came up with the idea this time around to make name tags, stitched name tags. So I grabbed some elements from different charts and charted one for myself and one for Donna. So she stitched hers up. I finished them both up. So here's mine. This is the day we had the terrible lighting, by the way. So mine just says Helen, Maine. The little squirrel in the leaves are from the Erica Michaels Autumn Berries charts. The acorns are just acorns. I just made them a little smaller. And then this is Donna's. Her leaves are also from that set of charts. And then the cats were from Heart and Hand Halloween Square Dance. She has one that has a bunch of cats on it. So those are our name tags. So I basically finished them as a flat, like I did the circle front and the circle back and the cording. But before I sewed the back on, cinched it on, I hand stitched a pin on there so that we can pin them on. So those are ready to go. All right, next up is for the swap. I decided because it's in November. Alexa's telling us all about a swap. Hold on. Alexa, off. That's your knowledge for the day. I stitched the new Turkey Time chart. I believe that's what it's called, Turkey Time. It came out at Expo. It's in Erica Michaels. So this is the pillow. There's a pillow and a berry. And I decided to stitch the pillow. I think I used all the called for colors because I had them And then I finished it with some fabric, ribbon, and buttons. I did a tutorial on how to add the fabric, ribbon, and buttons because I'm kind of doing that series to show you different ways to kind of do your pillow fronts. Regular back, team pom-pom trim. So there's that one. And then the other one, I'm so excited. It came out great, and now I need to stitch it for me. I did another votive holder, tea light holder finish, and it's a turkey. So I found this guy on Amazon, and there was a pack. It's a pack of 6. I'm doing a tutorial on finishing, and I'll link it on that one. I can link it if I remember, because I know, I'm not going to show this for a few weeks. I'll try and remember to link it below as well. So this is what I stitched. It's a teeny tiny turkey from the Trilogy Secret Turkey Hunt chart. And then I put a little rickrack around him, and he's in there. So the chart, the votive holders, the tea light holders, it's 6, 3 are sitting, and 3 are standing on their little legs. So he tucks right in there. So this is my swap. I didn't know she was going to tell us what that was again. For the retreat, and both of those tutorials will be coming at a later date. While I was paused, I found that chart. So this is the one that I grabbed. It's Oodles of Winter by Bent Creek. And I've stitched spring, I have fall, I have summer, but I didn't have winter. So that's what I grabbed. So that was my smalls exchange. The tutorial for the little turkey, I actually posted last weekend while we were at the retreat. I scheduled it to post. This is the other holder with the stand-up feet. He's so cute. So I haven't stitched anything for mine yet, but I did see on Instagram, another stitcher shared their post, and they finished a little turkey from Festive Little Fobs. I think it's Harvest Edition. It's one of the Festive Little Fobs from Heartstring Samplery, and that turkey did fit. Because I know that the Secret Turkey Hunt chart is hard to find. So, and then the tutorial for the pillow with the ribbon and the buttons is the other one that I have ready to go. So within the next week, I will upload that one so that that's out there. So that is retreat. And now we'll jump into regular stitching, though I did have several, I say several because they're tiny, but I had several finishes at the retreat. So I will show those when we get to finishes. But first, I have a fully finish, 2 fully finishes, but one of them is the fox. So my frame came in. I ordered this frame from the Rusty Roof on Etsy. It's a barnwood frame. It's an 8x10, and it comes with the little tabs already in that you just bend up. You can get them with a hanger or with a hole that you then, and it has one so you can do it on either side, and it comes with a little dowel for like if you're putting it on a shelf or something. Mine's gonna go on my picture ledge, so I just need it like this. However, here's the hole for leaning it, and I put it in upside down. So if I ever do want to use that, I'll have to turn it around. So like I said, this one is stitched on a 16 count, and it fits comfortably in an 8x10. I'll link them below. They have some really nice frames. I think it was like $25, and that included shipping. If I had only bought this one thing, which I did not. If you buy 2 things, you get a 15% discount, and 3 things, you get a 20% discount. And they had some packs of like oops frames almost, or frames that were out of that molding. So I picked up some more frames for future. So there's the fox. I love him. The reindeer one is now out. I've seen a couple people actually start it. It's gorgeous. So that, and then the other one that I fully finished was this one, Heart and Hand, December 25th. This is the one with the button, the little snowflake button that I chose not to put on Rudolph's bum. So I finished this one in this little tart. It's meant to go this way. This came from Hobby Lobby. It was in my drawer, but they do still have them. And it has like a bow thing up here, but it's hot glued, so I just ripped it off, turned it around, and you got yourself a tart pan. So I just finished them as a circle with the rickrack around the edge, glued them in, made a little piece of cording that I just hung right on there. And then I probably will take, I don't know if I'll take a Sharpie and write the year or if I'll attach a charm to this. I didn't get that far. So that one's done. That one is mine. I've been working frantically on finishes for other people, but that one was mine. So finished things. So at the retreat, I finally finished up this Witch Can Stitch. This is a design from Carla at Cobweb Corner. It's available as a printed chart or as a PDF. Now, it calls for, there's 2 pumpkins right here. But I had some purple, just another button company bat buttons that are gonna match great. So I decided to leave the pumpkins off and I'm gonna put the buttons there, but I won't sew them on until I'm ready to finish it, which honestly will be next Halloween. So this Witch Can Stitch. This was a scrap of fabric. It's an 18 count, and this was my car project for like ever. I couldn't stitch on 18 count at tennis because I couldn't see it because the lighting in there is not good. So that's why I think it took, because this is a tiny chart, it took so long. I outlined the hat and then I filled it in at the retreat. And then the other finishes I have are from this book, The Snowball. This is by Brenda Gervais, and this right here on the back, she has these charts for the Snow family, and they're done with like these little bits on the side, like they're for a scrapbook, like a photo that you would put in those little holders in a scrapbook. So what I did is I left those off and I squared them, and these are the ones I'm going to put on those little little tags. I need to paint the tags, but they're all done. All of them. So I did this guy, and I did him 4 times. One for, these are the ones I'm doing for my son's teachers. So I have 3 for teachers, 1 for me. Now the one for me, you can tell, this is the called for light blue. I wanted something a little brighter, so I used 3811 for my backgrounds, other than the called for. I couldn't tell you what the called for is. 503 maybe, according to this. And then on the others, I decided if I'm going to paint the tags white, I'll put a line of color around the edge instead of the white. So those are done, and then this is the mom, the snow lady, and then the little guy on the sled. And I used beads on these because that way when I was stitching them in the car and all that, I didn't have to count on the chart for the placement. I just did all blue and then put the beads in on the end. And I just used some beads I had, in case anyone wants to know what size. They're Mill Hill glass beads 10009. They must be petites because they're really small. So I had some of those left from something. So these are done. We're ready to paint those tags. This is my project bag for them. I put a MAC needle binder in there and on the back of the box, and that's what I would take because it's nice and small. So those are all done. I'd like to do more from this chart, but it's probably not going to be this year. But I should keep all the flosses together. So then the other one that I can show that is a finish, I have 2 more to do for teachers for my sons. His math teacher, I always design something mathy, so I still need to do that, though I know what I'm doing, I just haven't done it. And then his art teacher is also the one who runs the D&D club, so I just stitched him a D20 dice. This is from Etsy. I don't remember who it's by, but I can link it. I'll link it below. It came with the 20 and a 1. So you have, you know, a good roll and a bad roll. So that one is done. And that's it for finishes. So like I said, I've been doing all the secret stitching, and I feel bad because I can't show it, but I think what I'm going to do is if I can get everything ready at the same time before I have to start like mailing things out, I'll do a separate video to kind of show off all of those things. I've been doing a lot of it, so I'm more than halfway. And the rest of November, honestly, is going to be cardinal points and secret stitching. And then hopefully I can get it done beginning of December, fully finished, and then sent out. So for regular whips that I can show, I had a new start. This was a piece that a lot of us at the farm started. And I probably won't touch again until next year. Live on Little / Live on Massive by Plum Street Samplers. I'm stitching mine on 16 count Over the Moon Ada by Color and Cotton. It's a light gray. So this one is called To Be Done on Hog's Bristle by Fox and Rabbit, but I didn't have any. It doesn't come in Ada, it doesn't come in Lugana, and I couldn't get it, so I'm like, well, I kind of want something gray. So I found this gray. I will have to change potentially some of my whites. So that's my big start. Normally I start in the center, but I decided to start in the bottom corner because it had all this water, so I thought I could get like a good line to kind of start filling in. And also I have a tight margin on this fabric, so I really wanted to count it and make sure I was good to go. So you'll see a lot of that one in the future. So that one will get tucked away. It's funny, we had people who started in the middle on the roof and people who started in that bottom corner. That seemed to be the two spots that everyone was working on. The other whip, and I think this one's also a new start since you've seen me. I did start Secret Turkey Hunt from the trilogy. Again, I know this one is hard to get. I did ask Cecilia Turner, who is part of the trilogy, and she says it is still available directly from the trilogy, so shops might be able to get it that way. That's the chart. This is the guy I used in my stand-up turkey tart pan. I had to see where I was. That's where I'm at. So this is kind of the corner peeking turkey right here. And a bunch of swirls. This guy's got some more feathers still to go. This is a scrap piece of fabric. I think it's 16 count Oaken Ada from Picture This Plus. So that one probably won't get done by Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving 2023. And then the other piece that's been getting my time is Cardinal Points. To refresh, though you guys have all seen it like 100 times by now. Cardinal Points by Julia Line of Long Dog Samplers for the Gentle Art. I am finishing this corner. There's the corner. I did this so that I know they matched. I can't fit that line in my Q-snap given where it is currently. So I'm like, well, if I do the vine and then this little bit in the center, I'll know that it's good. The border is good. So I've done, I think he was on there last time. I've done all of this, these flowers, all this down here, a couple of leaves, all this. This has been priority to finish by the end of the year. So I'm really close. It's supposed to be my Monday, Tuesday project, but it's been getting more than 2 days because I'm really trying to get it done. Although yesterday with salsa, I didn't get any time. So it still needs 2 days this week, 2 or 3. That one is on 18 count Antique White Ada. I'm using 2 strands. I know it calls for 1 strand on that count fabric, but I wanted mine to really pop, so I'm using 2 strands. And I did sub a couple colors, which I'll try and remember to put below because I've had some people ask what colors I subbed. It was 3 and one of them was black. So that's my whips. We're getting down to it now. Emmy didn't even come get her water. I'm disappointed. She was not pleased with the salsa making yesterday because we were down here and it wasn't interesting enough. And then we shut the garage doors so she could go out in the garage and just get her wiggles out. I don't know if she got into something out there or if it was the onion smell. She was all like gooped up in one eye. Just one. And then it went away later that night. So either she got some dust in it or she got some onion in it. It happens to the best of us. So happy mail and purchases. I did have a couple people send me some charts, so thank you guys very much for those. And I did yesterday get my Coloring Cotton Floss of the Months. The November, I do 5 skeins, all colors and 5 skeins prims. So if you haven't seen them and you don't want to see them, just look away for a quick minute. This is the all colors, and this was the prims. They're similar, but definitely different. So they're put away, you're safe. I saw a lot of people showing them in videos last week, but mine kind of got held up in the mail. Giveaways, I think, is the only thing left. I swear there was something else I was going to tell you, but it's gone. It's gone, it's gone. So I had 4 giveaway charts from last week. I picked the winners last night and commented on their comments, and I've actually already heard from all 4 people. It is a new record. So the Fox, the first 2 were from Carla at Cobweb Corner. The Fox went to Marilyn. The Wee Ones Santa was Charlotte Burgess. And again, Carla has all of the Wee Ones. This was 1996. This was the first one. All of the Wee Ones Santas, she does one a year, and Carla has them all. And then these 2 charts were sent in. This is Magic of Christmas by Teresa Kogut. It went to Deb Neal. And I think we called this one Away We Go. We couldn't find the name. Country Cottage goes to Kath Wiley, or Willie, but I think Wiley. So I'll get those in the mail. So for this video, I'm a little late, but we have Thanksgiving charts. These will be for Thanksgiving 2023. I have 3 charts. They're all from Carla at Cobweb Corner. One of them no one had claimed several videos ago, so I'm just going to put it back out there because it matches the theme. So, standard giveaway rules. You need to be 18 so you can legally give me your address. Please don't say giveaway or win. I'd appreciate it if you're a subscriber, and you can go check out Carla's channel as well and subscribe to her. She's been getting a lot of new stuff in, so I like that she posts these little videos where she just goes through her, like, hey, I got a box of restocks, here they are, because you know I need more charts. So, number 1, just numerical numbers. Number 1 is Thankful Quaker. This is Bent Creek. I'm not a Quaker girl, but I love this chart. I think I would leave this off. So I may need to get this one for myself. That is a stellar turkey. It's too big for those other guys. Number 2, Plum Street, Goodness and Thanks. That's a cute chart too. And number 3 is Give Ye Thanks from Teresa Kogut. That guy is definitely too big. So 3, 2, 1. This one's only 80 by 80, so it's a nice small. That's it. Plans. Secret stitching and corner points. Are you guys tired of it yet? Sometimes I'm tired of it. Thanksgiving is next week. My sister and her family are coming down at some point, not on Thanksgiving, but Saturday maybe? I don't know, we might have spaghetti. Dawn, I haven't asked you about it yet, but how's spaghetti sound? Sounds good to me. We always try and have something the kids will eat, because why go through all that bother and then they eat bread? So we'll have spaghetti and bread. We have this bread from the grocery store. Technically, it's Portuguese bread. It's in a like round loaf and it's super soft, and they have to cut it because if you cut it, it would be a mess. But my kids and her kids, all the kids, I only have one, they call it Mimi bread because it's the bread that my mom always got, and she's Mimi, so it's Mimi bread. So I think we'll have spaghetti and Mimi bread and desserts. So that's about it. I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. If you're here in the States celebrating Thanksgiving, I know Canada, they already had Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah, for those of you getting snow, I don't know what happened. Allegedly, we might get some tomorrow, but then I also saw it's going to be 40, so we'll see. I don't do a snow day project because that would be like every day all winter. So I'll just stitch what I want to stitch. I'm trying to think about what I want to do in 2023, and surprisingly, I'm having a really hard time deciding what I want to work on. I kind of want to work on some whips and finish them up, and I think I have like 14, 15, like I don't have a ton, but I'm just feeling like I want to get some things done. So, okay, I've babbled long enough. Emmy didn't come from her water, so I get two. I'll be hydrated. See you later, guys.